Hello. I should have made a video about this yesterday, but since I didn't, I decided that I would go ahead and do that. I wanted to tell everyone that August 25th would have been my granny's birthday had she not passed away in 2005. My granny, whom I greatly loved, passed away in 2005, December 2005, and it would have been her birthday on August 25th. She was born August 25th, 1925. She was 80 years old when she passed away of lung cancer in 2005. So, she would have been 95 years of age. But I thought I would say that. Now, she had a lot of health problems, like I go through myself, only even worse. But somehow she still loved paste salsa. And I just found that interesting. I did mention yesterday that my granny loved paste salsa. And I decided to mix in an ASMR style video mixed with a happy birthday to my granny. My mama's mama. We love her very much. And I still try to make ASMR videos regardless of my anxiety, the darkness, or the random depression that hits, or things like that. I still try to make videos when I can. I'm right-handed, so I'm used to doing all things with the right hand. But I just wanted to say that yesterday would have been my granny's 95th birthday. So, happy birthday to my granny if she were still alive. Rest in peace to her. I love her, and we love her, and we miss her. She was very close to me. We had a very close relationship. She just, whatever. She was just so close to me. And, interestingly, we planted some wildflowers in front of the porch one year. Granny and I did. Well, I planted them, and she was handing me the seeds. And it was this big bucket of wildflower seeds, this big container from TSC. And they did not start growing till the year she passed away. The year after she passed away, it was 2006. And it was so hot that year that the real feel was 126 degrees, and we knew she would have never made it through that summer. She wouldn't have survived. Alright, so back to seriousness. A lovely memory of mine is the last memory that she would ever share with me was in the hospital. And she was laying down in the hospital bed in a coma. She was in a coma. This is honest to the Lord, true story. She was in a coma, and suddenly I sat on the side of the bed. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer came on for Christmas, and she suddenly woke up, and just raised up out of that coma. And lay down on the side of the bed with me, of the hospital bed. She raised up. And I was very skinny and very little. And I sat there, and she put her arm around me and watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. From start to finish. The entire movie. Christmas movie. On CBS, Channel 5. And she watched that entire movie with me. And right when the Christmas movie was over, then that's when she slipped back into her coma. She slipped right back into the coma when the movie was over. She turned over, and then she made really, really awful sounds. It was really scary hearing her in that kind of pain. She was just, before that though, before she woke up, she was all like, oh, in pain, bad pain. I don't want to talk about the moans and pain she was in. But she was in that horrible pain and raised up out of that coma, woke up out of that coma in just a snap. Just like that, in the blink of an eye, she woke up out of that coma. And raised up and watched the entire Rudolph movie with me for Christmas. And then right after that, she slipped back into the coma and never woke up again. And I said, we need to leave. I had the premonition. A premonition that we should leave. And so Mama and I went home from the hospital. And the next day, the next morning, early that morning, the hospital called Mama and said that my granny passed away right after we left. They just didn't want to say when, but right after I had that premonition. Right after I had that premonition that we should leave, she passed away. But I've never shared this here, ever. But she passed away. She died from this life. December of 2005. And she got to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with me, the entire movie. She just woke up out of a coma. Right out of a coma. And that's a precious memory of mine. I also have memories of watching Winnie the Pooh with her, Tom and Jerry. She would watch all kinds of things with me. She didn't like fireworks at all, but I'd show her fireworks from when I was little that we got, and she would look at them, and I'd roll cars with her, toy cars, and play when I was little. And yeah, she watched Rudolph with me, and then I said, we need to leave. After she woke up out of a coma, watched the entire movie, and then just right when the movie went off and the end credits came on, she laid back down, turned over, slipped right back into the coma after giving me a hug. It's like she was completely healed, completely well, out of pain, completely out of pain during that time that she watched that movie with me, and then went right back into the coma, turned over, never woke up again, and her spirit she passed on. Her spirit moved on. Her soul moved on. I have heard spirit activity of hers, by the way. There are those that don't believe that thing, but I've witnessed it quite a lot. Her energy. I mean, I don't know what happens, but I do know that I have had energies and encounters that do seem to be her and other relatives of ours, but I'll never forget that. And I think the Lord let me have an experience with her, one last beautiful experience with her. And I just wanted to share that. So, I wanted to share that personal, that special experience experience that I had with my granny before she passed away from this life. So that was a fond memory of mine. And yeah, then the hospital called the next day and said she had passed away right after we left, and that's what happened. Actually, they said the next day, but I'm pretty sure it was right after we left. I had that strong premonition, that strong feeling. But she's still with us in spirit. And yesterday would have been her 95th birthday. Had she not smoked cigarettes so badly, she would have definitely lived on, because there's a long life lineage in her side, on my mama's side of the family. And they've had long lives. But anyway, I just wanted to say that was a fond memory of my granny, who would have turned 95. August 25th. She was born August 25th, 1925, and passed away December of 2005. But that would have been her birthday. I want to share that precious memory of mine. Sweet dreams, my sweet dreamers. And hopefully, Lord willing, I'll speak with all of you again very soon. I love all of my subscribers, and from us to you, sweet dreams and much love. Sweet dreams, everyone. I love you all. Keep us in your prayers, and for better days ahead, because we need them. My links are below this video. If you'd like to show support, please feel free to show support. I definitely need it in these times. And I say blessings. Peace, love, many blessings. Sweet dreams, everyone. That's a personal story of mine that I needed to share.